What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Nana manga. This time I'm very excited to be back with what will be a special chapter, a little bit longer than the last few chapters as well, which is really good news. But yeah, special based on Takumi. Again, super excited for this. We'll just skip this quickly and look at the cover, although it doesn't look to be in colour. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I got the Takumi special. Been loving these specials. We've seen a bit of Takumi throughout some of the specials so far, but he's never been the main focus of them. So again, I'm looking forward to seeing some of his teenage years. It's again quite ironic as well. I talked about the whole kind of seeing the future, especially in contrast to how much I like seeing the past of the characters. It's maybe quite ironic. Yeah, nice little cover artwork here. We have seen some of Reira and Takumi in the past, I think. A little bit of their relationship, but not much at all, I don't think. Golden Town. There it is. Looking smooth. Looking very smooth. Okay, and let's get back to the usual version we do read. Do let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these weekly Nana reactions. And let's try not to spoil myself. And let's get into it. I don't think you really need to hear the story about my hometown, but since it's my turn, I'll talk about it. You ready to hear it? I thought her way of talking was a lot like singing. Hello, I'm Layla Serizawa. Lila. Is it Layla? I think it's Layla, isn't it? Because it was Reira. So it's a bit of a play on Layla, I guess. Yeah, it's not Lila. There'd be an I in there, right? And there's little teenage. Well, not even. Is this even teenage? Super young. Little Takumi here. Is that a thing? I've never seen one of these, but sipping on a tomato juice. I've never seen that in my life. Have you guys ever seen that? Tomato juice box. Like the usual, there's like apple juice, orange juice in these container things, but tomato juice? Might as well just drink some ketchup, right? Oh, how cute. Who's he holding on to here? Is that his sister? Okay, this is quite interesting. I guess this kind of makes sense how, just based off the first 2 seconds, how Takumi is a bit of a womanizer. Looks like his family is mostly made up of women. Again, just purely based off the first 2 shots. Not a lot to go off, but... Come on, say hello. I'm Megami Ichinose. I'll be in 6th grade in April. This is my little brother, Takumi. He's in 3rd grade. What grade are you in? She'll be starting 2nd grade. She doesn't speak Japanese very well because we lived in the US since she was born. Sorry. Ah, that's why she talks so weird. She's like a talking French doll. Well, an American doll. I haven't seen anyone else here. I haven't seen anyone else her age in the neighborhood. Maybe maybe you can be friends with Takumi. Sorry, guys. I haven't seen anyone else here. Anyone else her age in the neighborhood. Maybe you can be friends with her, Takumi. When an obviously foreign-looking girl moved into the house across the street, in a neighborhood of identical prefab houses, everyone started talking. Her American husband got sick and died. She's so young, poor thing. And her daughter's so little. But she should have at least taught her daughter Japanese. I know. What kind of ridiculous assumption is that? Should have at least taught her daughter Japanese. I mean, it's a kid. Come on. Ugh, yeah, I don't get that. I mean, you see that a lot of like a kid knowing one of the languages of the parents and not the other. When they do live in America, it is usually like they know English and they don't know their home language of that Asian language or African language or whatever. And it would be awesome too for them too, but yeah, it's not a necessity or prerequisite or anything whatsoever. So I find that a bit ridiculous. She's a kid, even if she like you don't even know if she's like trying to learn. Obviously, she's trying to learn because she introduced herself in Japanese. Like she put an effort in some way. I don't expect her to be fully fluent in 2 languages at such a young age. There was no school for expats in a country town like ours. Rayla stood out and was taunted with the usual racist comments. I do know they are relatively racist in Japan, and don't tell me you can't be racist to white people or anything, because racism goes... look up the definition of racism. Just because one race has a very bad history of being racist, yeah, it doesn't mean that they're immune from that as well. I don't know. Whole political point there, so don't even, yeah. I'm quite interested in that stuff, but I'm not interested or bothered enough to actually like hurt someone's feelings or anything over that, or get my feelings hurt over stuff like that. You can't really hurt my feelings when you like disagree with political points with me. To be honest with you, I'm not really much of a... I have interest in some political matters, as everyone does, but overall it's just like your beliefs, my beliefs. Believe what you want, I believe what I want. Gaijin. I think that's the name for foreigner, isn't it? Isn't there a more kind of offensive name they call foreigners as well in Japan? I don't know what it is. It might be Gaijin, I'm not sure, but I think that means foreigner. Speak English. I will just look that up quickly, why not? Yeah, it just means foreigner. There's an offensive one. Maybe it is Gaijin. Gaikokujin. I think there's another one I'm thinking of. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, maybe it is Gaijin. Jin is usually like what you'd put on, like, I'd say Igirisu Shushi. No, that's totally different. Nihonjin means Japanese person. You'd usually put Jin on like the end of where you'd say the person's from. So there must be something slightly offensive about guy, I guess. What are you guys doing? Takumi. Bang. Wow. See, this reminds me of something that really sticks with me as a kid. I remember this kid stole my car one day. It was one of my favourite, like not an actual car, of course, a little toy car. I didn't really like toy cars or anything that much, but there was a favourite one of mine. It was like all silver and had like a blue hood, and it looked really cool, really futuristic. This kid stole it, and I saw him with it. I thought I lost it, and then I saw him with it later in the day. So I went up to him, just kicked him in the balls, and he started crying. And I was just like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do?" Because previously, I think I've told you guys about this, about a swimming hat incident where someone switched my swimming hat with theirs. Mine was brand new, and no one seemed to believe me at all, not the principal or anything. So from that experience, I was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? They're not going to believe me that he stole my car. And obviously I got it back, and I kicked him. So I was just begging him to not tell the teachers, and I don't think he did actually. I don't think he did. It was strange because that was that was the first lessons of like, I was actually decent friends with him. That was one of the first lessons of, yeah, your friends steal from you, but they actually really like a friend, and that happened to me all throughout high school. It happened to a lot of people, of course, a lot of thievery, and I don't know, maybe this way people are brought up in morals and such. But I mean, I used to steal for God's sake from like shops, but I'd never steal from a friend or anything like that. But yeah, I always maybe that's kind of shaped a little bit of the morals and such of who I am today. I don't know. Not important. Hey, what's going on here, Ichinose? Ask them. They're picking on Reira. I didn't do anything. Well, no matter what they did, no fighting allowed. And with second graders even. Even as a kid, nothing made sense. At home, I had a big man who'd hit me for no reason. So he does have a dad at home. He's a bit abusive, it seems. It seems like that's also perhaps coming down a bit on his son, inevitably. I don't even want to remember my father's face, said Elite. Thank you, Takumi. You're the best. Look, hey, don't cry when they pick on you. You didn't do anything wrong. If you cry, they win. Doesn't it make you mad? Do you understand what I'm saying? A little. A little. A little? Right. Good job. Very good though. Wow, I love that. The fact that we've actually got written English. It'd be pretty cool if they had a little bit of Japanese in that bit. Very good though. What is a little? Is it skoshi in Japanese? Sukoshi? Yeah, sukoshi. That's the thing. You did pick up quite a lot from watching anime and such. I think a lot of dialogue in anime is like very dramatically said and such, so a lot of it doesn't actually kind of move over to the real Japanese language. It's just, yeah, super extravagant way of saying stuff. So I wouldn't use everything here in anime in like real dialogue, but you do pick up little bits like that stick with you. Again, I've tried learning in the past, and it was very easy, the hiragana, because I watched a lot of anime before, and the hiragana I picked up. Everything I learned, I picked up. If that makes sense, I just learned it all very quickly, and then again, the kanji is just like I just knew I was fucked. So very good. But did we need that in English? Very good. No, very good. We spent our childhood teaching each other words in Japanese and English. See, like this, like, and this, like, think of this exact kanji, and remove two of these, like, remove these dots on the left here. That's probably another kanji, but having the distinction being this, it's just like, I can't learn from like imagery learning and stuff like that, so, yeah. So we got sea, umi, sky, sora, sand, suna? That's suna? We'll Google that as I have a little lesson here. Suna, yes. Like this top part of the kanji, you see this quite a lot. I think that's in like the kanji for Mizu, which is that water? I think so. See that one a lot. I don't know, it's just super hard for me. Like if everything in Japanese had the hiragana by the side, I could probably be over in Japan for a while and be absolutely fine, understanding quite a bit, but that's just not how it is. I was very interested in learning new stuff, so I always played with Reira. Nothing else was very fun for me. Twinkle, twinkle. I'm gonna get. I think songs like that are copyrighted, so that's not. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, I know that. The Twinkle Star song. Twinkle Star. Kira, Kira, Hikaru. Rayra liked to sing even when she was a kid, and I like to hear her sing. So I've had girlfriends that, not girlfriends, but girls who are friends who like singing, especially when you're younger. Because they're no good, you don't really like it. You don't want to hear it. But it must actually be quite nice to have a girl friend who can sing. You wouldn't mind hearing it. It's pretty annoying when they can't. Rayra's pretty singing voice cleared the turbulent air around me, even if just for that moment. My discomfort around my mum, who was weakening with illness. My distrust towards my dad, who was drowning in alcohol. And my disappointment with my older sister, who was turning into a juvenile delinquent because of all this. You know, guys, not exactly unexpected. As I said earlier, I feel like that I mean, he done the right thing by stopping those bullies, but in a violent manner. I mean, that definitely like came from somewhere. Everything as a human, you learn from everything around you. You are everything that you've experienced. So it goes without saying. As to why he handled that violently, well, again, it was the right decision in my opinion. So don't mind too much. But yeah, that's also another really point I hate about alcohol. The fact that there's so many people dying, and so many alcoholics and such out there. I always do find it crazy, like the whole drug thing. If like alcohol was absolutely legal and such, and ruins so many lives, yeah, that's legal. Yet you deny what actually could be beneficial to some people in some instances with actually much safer drugs. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. That's a whole controversial point as well. Especially probably for me because I live in England and people love their drinking. Hey sis, where are you going? I'm hungry. Go make some ramen. Lovely greeting. Didn't seem too delinquent like earlier. To this day, I still hate top ramen. I'll cook anything rather than eat that. So this backstory is also quite a lot different than the others. I mean, we do get to see some of the home lives of the others, especially Yasu, Yasu and Ren, for example. But this one, in those, we've had focus on the other characters like Takumi, Reira, and so on during like the teenage years. This one's quite a bit earlier than those. Although I think some of those did start early and did move to like the high school years, and this might probably do the same, I do imagine. But so far, it's just been these two, and I really like that actually. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. So I also, another side point here, I also love Japanese music so much because it is like the lyrics are actually like good lyrics, if you know what I'm saying. They're actually like, they may not sound like, they sound really good in Japanese, but if you say them in English they might not sound the best or flow the best with the song, for example. But they all have so much like more meaning and such to them. I think that really I listen to a lot more Japanese music than Western music and such nowadays, and especially in like rock terms. It's just, there's a good reason for that, because there's actual substance rather than just trying to make that a catchy beat or whatever. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me, time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. If angels really existed, they would sing with a voice like hers, time after time. Not to say there's no good music being made in like England or anything nowadays. I mean, there probably is. I just like you don't find it through the channels, and maybe it doesn't actually get out there. But yeah, it's been a while since I've listened to any kind of rock or anything from England or America. Cyndi Lauper. And they'd smile like her too. You're really good. You should be a singer, Rayra. I really want to sing. You can. Takumi, I love you. Do you reckon she said that in English, do you reckon? Man, he really had the style from day one, didn't he, Takumi? Again, all the characters in the series have pretty awesome style. Oh, look at that. First kiss. What are you doing? Kiss? Can't do that. And why can't she? Why not? Daddy always kissed me. My teachers. And the lady next door kissed me too. Everyone kissed me. Which sounds terrible. I'm not sure if it's too much of a thing in America, but I've mentioned this before how in Europe it's actually quite customary that people would like, if that's like someone, you'd kiss them on the side like that. Some places on the lips, I think, quite rare, but some places it is courteous to kiss some people on the lips when you do meet them. Not like meet them for the first time, but maybe that's the thing as well, I don't know. I think like especially France is one of those. I don't know, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of France, so I don't really know. Was she like, it's just not a romantic kiss then? Like, so she was kissing him like she'd kiss her dad then. Okay. But in Japan, only grown-up couples do that. But why? That's the thing, in Japan, you get more of the bowing and it's all quite distanced, perhaps. Respectful. Well, I don't know why. Now I'm starting to talk like you. Japanese people don't love me. That's not true. But everyone looks at me weird. Mummy looks at me like she doesn't know what to do. Wow. That must be sad to actually realise that as a kid, looking at your parent. This is quite funny, honestly, isn't it? Japanese people don't love me. Now you're one of the biggest stars in Japan. Do you want to go back to the States? I want to see my dad. I want to see my dad. Maybe he's feeling like the complete opposite. He doesn't want to see his dad. And obviously she can't. Maybe that might make him think about lucky to have his dad, but not in the situation that his dad's in. So now you want to kiss her. Jesus, look at that, she's biting his face. Why does that look so weird? Is it because that's her mouth there. I thought that was her chin. I thought that was her mouth with the hole there between the nose and the top of the mouth. She was like biting him. Okay. That looked weird for a sec. Smack. I like you a lot. I get it. But don't do that in front of other people, okay? Okay. I didn't really know why we shouldn't be kissing. Well, I knew that people would look at us weird. I was in 5th grade. Rayra was in 4th grade. It was springtime. What? I secretly started working as a newspaper delivery boy in the mornings. We couldn't depend on my father's income. Our family was hitting rock bottom. My grandfather died and left us the house. Godsend to us. I'm not going to go to high school. I have to get a job. My mum needs to stay in the hospital longer, and if we don't have money, she can't get good treatment. Thanks, sis. That's a big help. Kind of horrible that she doesn't really get a choice in the matter. She obviously, yeah. I think her choice would probably. They said she just turned to delinquent, but yeah, doesn't look like it's the path she wants to go down. I'm so sorry, Takumi. You have to suffer so much. So I think the ironic thing might be as well the fact that he gets all this success, but honestly, I think it. We don't exactly know how it goes. I think we can presume, considering we don't see. Well, we can't presume actually, because we don't see too much of Takumi away from the scandals and such, and away from Komatsu. But I think this might be a dark ending, if you know what I'm saying, in terms of like he gets all this fame and riches and such, but maybe loses contact with his sister, his mum, probably. Yeah, I don't know. And his dad probably goes in a like we haven't heard anything about them. I don't think maybe there might have been a line or something somewhere, but I don't remember anything majorly substantial. Him talking about his family, so you would have thought, oh, he got rich, he could sort his family out, sort out the bills, sort out his mum's treatment, sort his father out like rehab, and help his sister out perhaps. But the fact that we haven't seen any of that maybe means nothing, but again, I kind of think maybe it takes like a dark turn where he maybe he's like kind of estranged from his family or something. I'm not sure. Not sure. We'll see. 1990. So this was what, just over 10 years ago? Why is she apologizing to me? You're still just a kid. You're just a kid too, sis. I'll work hard, so you don't have to worry anymore. That's the thing, she's only like, I think 3 years older than him. He's no older than like 13 here, right? I thought it'd get better if my sister changed her ways, but that wasn't the case. I really wanted to kill my dad, who was drunk and passed out upstairs. I haven't even seen him yet, which I think is like a good storytelling way of telling us how much he isn't there for his children. But that we haven't seen him. Hey, Ichinose. Why'd you do that, Ichinose? If there's anything you want to talk about, please tell me. Now he's getting a little delinquent like. Oh, looks like cut himself doing that as well. Idiot. How do you cut yourself hitting through a window? Like, all the momentum's going that way. Maybe that cuts from something else, from fighting or something perhaps. There's nothing. Don't do things that'll make it harder on your sick mother. Jeez, the reaction to that. Just nothing. He's making things harder on who? When's she gonna get better? Can't take it anymore. Worrying, making money, managing stuff. I guess this also does tell us a little bit of how he's so good at managing in the future, doesn't it? Why do us kids have to do all that in this family? Takumi, go buy me some sake. Like a serial killer. Slam. Don't kill him. That must be so horrible. First thought in your head. Don't kill him. If you kill him, you lose. Oh, I know that good for nothing jerk. Destroy my future. What's with breaking all these windows, bro? Ah. How has he not been fucking, what's it called, dismissed from the school? He's scary. Oops. Oh, look at this. Yasu. I think that's little Yasu. I did it again. It's cold. What do you mean, oops, I did it again? So I want to take this bat off this kid. I want to go somewhere far away. Anywhere but here. Knock knock. What do you think? Does it look good on me? This looks a hell of a lot like the woman Yasu, the leader of the fans of Blast. Looks, and Yasu's really good friend. I forget her name off the top of my head, but quite a lot like her. That does. Oop. Page 3. Did you just hide something? What is it? Nothing. Let me see. Alright, but something bad will happen if you see it. It's a book on the occult. Forget it then. By the way, your uniform's great. It looks good on you. Really? Yeah, you look cute in it. The cutest. Thank you. Kiss. She looks right out of fucking Sailor Moon. In that shot. I never watched Sailor Moon. You know what? There's the I think one of the first anime I ever watched was Card Captor Sakura. Don't remember much about it other than like cards. And some like card. Or I can't remember what they're called, like the cards of fate or whatever. I can't remember. That used to be on TV when I was a kid, I think. Hey, listen, I got some great news. Rayra, you can't kiss me anymore. Now that you'll be in junior high. Why can't I kiss you when I'm in junior high? Now when you can only do that sort of thing with your boyfriend. That's the way it is. Kind of had a feeling she maybe thought you guys were dating. Maybe not dating per se, but like something similar to that. How close with you being the only great friend she has, really. And be my boyfriend. What the hell are you saying? No way in hell. And oh, I got a girlfriend. But you're looking at sexy pictures, page 3. Newspaper, so. You're cute. You'll get a boyfriend as soon as you start junior high. And gone like the wind. Pretend it didn't happen. She was just confused for a second. I'm just like a big brother to her. She's a daddy's girl anyways. Rayra's still totally naive. She probably still thinks storks deliver babies. She definitely does see that so far, doesn't she? Very naive. It's a little bit kind of strange in the sense that it almost feels like because she's a bird out of water in Japan, they've made it so she's quite naive about everything. Like even very common human presumptions that you kind of know are true just because you can presume they're true. And it's like, maybe she's just silly like that, but I don't know, I kind of feel like because she's like that with the bird out of water in Japanese, they've also made her kind of bird out of water as a person as well. There's like knowing this very elementary stuff. I don't know. Very naive, as he says here, but almost a bit like too much, if you know what I'm saying. Like she should know like what boyfriend is, for example. Like you expect any girl, even if she doesn't know Japanese and lives in Japan, to know what boyfriend is. Maybe that's a step too far for me, perhaps. But it's not a major issue or anything. Again, maybe she's just kind of bubbly like that. I've known people, real people that are very much like that, just like seemingly don't know anything about how anything in the world works. I think I'm gonna throw up. My thick. I'm just gonna scroll past this. Not even gonna read that. Ugh. What the fuck is this? I hate this stuff. I hate stuff like this. This is the part of like Japanese anime and such I really hate. Sorry guys. Is this actually happening? Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to read this. It's just weird. I mean, I know the argument people is just like, it's fictional, it's not real. But the images are real. The images are right in front of me. It is real. What are you talking about? It's not real. Again, another controversial topic, but I feel like if people enjoy images and stuff like this, it says exactly that about you. You enjoy images and stuff like this. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to fucking read it. So I'm not reading that. It's too creepy. So yeah, I think this is actually happening with a different girl in the school toilets. Keep it down, but no buts. I know you like it, but you're only 15. This ain't good. I like you, Takumi. I really do. That's not what I mean. Don't get all mushy on me. You're so cool. Most people don't do things like break windows. Well, he's cool because he breaks these windows. He's crazy. I wouldn't think this guy's cool. I think this guy's crazy. Girls kind of like a bit of danger like that though, don't they? So much as they might say they want a nice guy and such, it usually does go this way. I like watching you do that. It makes me feel good. She's stupid. I thought she was stupid. I don't hate dumb girls, but don't make fun of me. What's wrong? Forget it. What? Why? Anyone can break down a window. I'm gonna do something no one else can do. So I did just have to pause for a second, but I feel like stuff like this. I mean, I think I'm wrong. It's not like crazy, but I just feel like if you implied it, that'd be enough. You don't really need to actually like see a lot of this stuff. If you just imply this happened, that's enough. You like your imagination just kind of fill in the gaps. You don't have to see something you don't want to see. Yeah, where were we? Cool. Something no one else can do. Something only I can do. Hey, Ichinose, get back to class. Why don't you take this fucking bat off the kid? Why don't you try that? Tell him to go back to class. Is there anything? Nah. Hey, have you heard the news? Rover's going into showbiz. Huh? Curry again? I think we do see that in the past, something to do with Takumi and curry. I think Komatsu perhaps makes curry at some point for him. I got dragged into the neighborhood rumor mill and heard about it. She won some kind of contest. Of course she would, she's so cute. I got some great news. You're really good. I really want to sing. Showbiz? We don't have that out here in the boonies. And Raven's just a kid. Where would they ship her off to all by herself? So he's got pretty good at making food. No, I've never had an egg with curry. I don't think. No, I haven't. Like curry, of course. It's quite popular in the UK. Very nice as well. But I've never had an egg with curry. Actually feels like it probably could be quite nice. I have to put the kibosh. I have to put the kibosh on that. Frank? Hello? What'd you come here for? It's too late to come over for someone who's not my boyfriend. Where's your mum? She's working. This late? She's been so busy lately and comes home late sometimes. Oh, probably some guy. By the way, I heard you won some singing contest. No, it's a commercial. What? It's a TV commercial for some snack. I passed their screen test. Cool, huh? So you didn't win. Don't believe the hype. But I think I'm going to get it. The audition's next Sunday in Tokyo. So what are you trying to do? I thought you wanted to be a singer. But if I get in a commercial, it'll be easy to become a singer too. That's not true. If you're on TV, everyone will pick on you again. They'll say, just because you're cute, you think you're so great. Really? I don't want that. School finally got bearable for me. Right, so forget it. You have amazing talent, so I'll look into the right way for you to go about being a singer. You will? So what kind of singer do you want to be? As long as I'm singing, I don't care. You got to give me something to work with. If you're just like whatever, grown-ups will make you sing some stupid songs for money. Be a singer-songwriter. I can't. I don't know how to write songs. That's a totally different skill. Yeah, there's plenty of singers and rappers and such out there that can't write. And I don't think they necessarily need to, although I feel like it does very much add a lot when the singer does put their experiences into their writing and such. I feel like it just makes it a more powerful song. You think? I feel like I can come up with songs all the time. Really? What's so crazy about that? It's fantastic. Then write songs for me. That's it. Huh? Gulp. It's something only I can do. I understand what's good about Reira's voice more than anyone. I'll write all the songs for you to sing, Reira. I won't let anyone else do that. Takumi. So that's that then. Away now. So no more auditions without my permission, alright? Alright. So this is like pretty much when he became her manager, in a sense. But what if I can't write songs? Yeah, that's another thing. Has he ever written a song? No. He's got a good experience and basis to go off those, so I think they will be good songs. I can't even play an instrument. But surprisingly, I really could write songs. They just came to me. With Reira's voice in my head, I came up with song after song. It was as if a door that had been shut in my mind blew open. But something was not right. What's not right? Even with your voice in my songs, it's too plain, it's too formal. There's nothing really wrong with them. They're just boring. What kind of songs are there? Let me hear them. Hey, what about a band? A band? A rock band? You're into rock and roll because of your dad. I'm into it too. I think it'd be really cool if we did heavy rock songs with your beautiful voice. Joa again, who I'm listening to right now. I feel like Akira Yamaoka. Fucking genius, by the way. Love his songs. He has got this woman that I'm listening to right now. I forget her name exactly. But she's got a really kind of powerful voice. You wouldn't usually associate with rock. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, that's her name. If she's in one of Akira Yamaoka's songs, you know it's going to be a banger, pretty much. But yeah, she has not got a typical kind of rock voice, but these are like usually quite heavy rock kind of songs that he creates. Not all the time. There's a wide array of genres, but yeah, it just seems to fit beautifully. You don't hear that too much. Maybe like Gwen Stefani as well, perhaps, but not nearly as much in like the hardcore rock. I wouldn't ever call No Doubt hardcore like rock or anything. It was kind of rock, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like the actual contrast actually suits it really well, like rock music and a beautiful kind of singer like Reira. Obviously, we've heard Trap Nest songs from the anime, and they're all fantastic. But we'll have more complex arrangements make the songs gorgeous, kind of fantastic. You could wear fairy tale princess clothes, but sing in a cool style. It'd be great. Right then, my mind. I already envisioned Reira like she is now. Wearing gorgeous costumes and singing rock songs in a loud, clear voice. The one and only diva. A band? That means you're in the band too. Of course, I'm the leader. Then I'll do it. I don't have the dough to buy instruments. And it'd be too hard to shoplift big things like that, especially the drums. No way. I know. What? This bat belongs to the baseball club. The school band has instruments. If we start a music club, the school will buy the basic instruments. I can make the newer students pay the club fees. But the teachers would never listen to me. This sucks. I'm just a juvenile delinquent. Chin Jose, get back to class. So, I mean, it's a miracle he's still out of school, to be honest, isn't it? It's very presumptuous. I mean, we know it happens. We see him in the future in the band, don't we? Very presumptuous for him, who's going around breaking all these windows. He should probably be gone from this school to expect the school to pay for the instruments. Again, it's a miracle he's still at the school. He wouldn't be at the school anymore if he was in my school when I was in high school. And this is like a Japanese school, so I imagine they're even more strict in Japan. So it's kind of nuts, honestly. Maybe they're giving him some kind of special treatment because of his mother and the whole family situation, perhaps. Maybe they're a bit more understanding because of that. But the teachers would never listen to me. This sucks. I'm just a juvenile delinquent. Hey, student body president. I want to start a pop music club. What do I do? If you help me, I won't rat you out about smoking. No one would believe you anyway. I did it all by the book and got signatures from students who wanted to join the club. There wasn't even one student who I wanted to be in a band with. The princess has to be surrounded by good-looking bandmates. Look at these dorks. Isn't there at least one hot student to be her prince? I like this frame quite a lot. Look at the little... I mean, I think they're devil tails, but they're like horns, I guess. Look at fucking Yasu being a little delinquent. Glow. So here's Naoki, whose backstory we have already seen as well. I think that's Naoki. That's him, a prince with no brains. So you're a glam rocker. You're into glitter. Yeah. My mum has a lot of those records, so I got into them. Let's play that stuff. Not my thing. I'm going to write my own songs and have Reira sing. So go play with someone else. Fine, you lovey-doveys. We'll play music together after both of us get together. If he resists, I'll just kidnap him. I don't care about that right now. I've got my eye on the future. A future that will get me out of this place. What? You're going to start working? He already did. He was already a little delivery boy. And yeah, looks like he's a little bit older now. His sister looks like an adult now, doesn't she? Wow, you can't be the only one working. What are you saying? I hated school, so it's fine. But you're smart, Takumi, so at least go to high school. No, I hate school too. It's a waste of money. Seriously. No, it's not. Without a high school diploma, it's hard to get a decent job and it's hard to get a promotion. That's just the way it is. Please go to high school. But if you feel guilty about me, you can pay me back later. I'm working so that you can graduate from high school. Please understand. That's the thing, it's horrible that he's got to rely on his sister to work for him to... Yeah. It must play on your heart quite a bit. Must feel, I definitely feel quite conscious of that. Alright. But you're right, private school's too expensive, so get into a public one. No problem. After I started high school, I found a better guitarist for the band. That's when we started being more like a real band, so we could actually play it out. I don't know why. Maybe... Given, in this shot here, especially given kind of Komatsu vibes a little bit. And in terms of like the development we've seen from the sister, which again we haven't seen major amount of, but we saw her go from like a bit of a delinquent, which maybe equals Komatsu's naive phase, and then we saw Komatsu obviously mature a lot, and we've seen his sister mature a hell of a lot as well. So maybe that's where that kind of connection comes from between the two. I was exhausted going to the studio every day and working part-time at night. So school was basically where I got some sleep. Takumi, I brought you lunch. Even if it was a waste of money, I was going to graduate. Make the band successful and someday give my sister a life of luxury. Why do all the girls like that screw up? Makes no sense. What'd you think? Yeah, let's cut fifth period together. So, like I said earlier about the fact that I feel like this isn't going to end well. Like, that being his objective as a kid, and the fact we haven't seen anything come from that, like, makes me a bit skeptical, but it might just be a case of, like, he's sorted her out now and she's just living a happy life off somewhere, perhaps. But even now, my sister won't accept any money from me, saying her husband makes enough. So even to this day, this is... She even takes care of our alcoholic dad, when she should just forget about him. People say my sister's generous and responsible, but honestly I'm sad because it puts me in a weird position. So yeah, I think that's him in like the current day talking now. I'm pregnant. Damn. What are you gonna do? Don't say you want to keep the baby. I'll get an abortion, of course, but I need money for that. You already decided? Not like I can let you have the baby, but costs 100,000 yen? Fucking hell. It's so expensive, what do I do? Wow, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, isn't it? 100,000 yen. Ooh. Bloody hell. Where I come from. Literally a hundredth of the price. Less than that. I don't know nowadays actually. Might be that nowadays. Everything fucking seems to have doubled in price. Everything. But yeah. Damn. Expensive mistake that. I don't know how much they said that. It's an expensive mistake, but I think they said to actually raise a baby is like $200,000 over their lifetime or something like that. I don't think it's exactly that, and obviously it's not the same for everyone. Around that, quite nuts. And what does he mean by this, by the way? What are you gonna do? It's your problem as well. Talking like he's got nothing to do with it. I hate when people don't take responsibility like that. Is that so expensive? I think it's cheap considering you're getting rid of a life. Way to make her feel good about it, bro. Oh dear. But yeah, it makes a good point. And even then, like, putting a price on that is quite disgusting in itself. I don't know. This is another controversial topic. Again, I don't really mind either way. I think people should be able to get an abortion, yeah. But I also feel like there may be, I don't think you can abuse that, but if you like continually get in that situation, I feel like there should be like some repercussion or something, right? Just for being so stupid. I don't know. And do something. But I don't think it's a case of, I think many people have the thought of like, oh, women should like get to decide. It's only a woman's point of view. Like I said a minute ago, it's not. It's a thing for both people. Even as much as most of the time the men wouldn't want to be involved. This is an interesting topic, this one, isn't it? And do something. I know. Don't get mad at me. It's all your fault, Takumi, because you wouldn't use a condom. But you knew and went along with it. It's your fault too. At best, I could only come up with about 50,000. Can't you scrape together the rest yourself? Well, that's half. That's fair, right? 50-50. She looks mortified about him asking to go 50-50. It's like those videos you just see on Twitter and like, I don't have TikTok, but what you probably see on TikTok are like people asking who should pay the bill. That's a fair offer. You suck. I hate you. I hope you die. So why she reacted like that then? Is this a guy thing where I just don't understand? Why she reacted like that? What the hell? You should be thinking about something more important than the fact that I suck or that I should die. I don't get girls at all. I don't get this either, bro. Don't worry. I don't get this either. Maybe it's one of those things where it is pure emotion from her side and she's not thinking very logistically. I don't know. Maybe she's upset that we're thinking logistically in a situation like this. I feel, well, to be fair, Takumi didn't really help things with what he said, of course, about the whole. But he was right saying that, so I know what side I'm on here. But what should I do? I guess I have to scrape together the whole 100,000. Which takes the piss. But I don't get paid till the end of the month. If he, don't get me wrong, if he led her to believe that he was wearing one, then yes, he probably should pay it all. But that doesn't sound like it was the case. Either way, doesn't matter. The money I make to keep my mum alive, I now have to spend to kill my spawn. Oh. That's fucked, that, isn't it? Oh. Think about that for a minute. Money he would set aside to save his mum, you know, has to use to take a life. What could be his own son or daughter. That's another interesting debate, isn't it? The fact that, is it a life? is it a life by the time you get an abortion, or is it not? Again, a topic I don't want to talk about too much, so it's very controversial. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. What the hell am I doing? If you're lost, you can look, and you will find me. Time after time. That really sucks, though. Before I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. That's nice. Ira singing to his mum. Peaceful look on her face. That's nice. Amazing, isn't it? Because everything about this tells Takumi to marry this girl. Childhood friends, grown up together, such a close relationship. She does this for his mother and such. Such a sweet girl. Everything about this tells you to marry her. But by then, my mum didn't seem like she was going to live much longer. I secretly believed it was because of Reira, that she was able to live until the summer of 12th grade, soothing her soul. Reira's voice gives people hope. It has that sort of power. Thank you so much. Not for you, it's for the girl. Yes, you come here like a mob boss. If she's getting an abortion, the sooner the better. Smoking some different cigarettes. Hope. He's smoking hope. Interesting. Yeah, and also very ironic. Considering it kills you. What the? Even if he's rich, why would he loan money to a stupid girl he's never met? I don't get it. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but at least use a condom. Duh. What I really don't get is why he suddenly shaved his head right before winter. I used to know this guy that would shave his head in like the summer seasons and then wouldn't cut it for the whole of like winter, and it would just go from like from summer to nothing to winter to like really long, quite shaggy, and then go from that and it just go one between the other, like 2 haircuts. It's yeah, quite funny. I really don't get is why he suddenly shaved his head right before winter, which is a bad choice. You'll catch a cold. I can't say anything now because of my situation. Damn it. I'll pay you back when I get paid at the end of the month. I owe you a lot. Then put it in writing. I owe you. You don't trust me. This is just due process. I won't charge you much interest. Smart man, Yasu. He's always been smart, Yasu, hasn't he? You should always get stuff like this in writing. People can just choose not to, and then you've got nothing legal or anything to actually back up your argument. So even if it's with your friends, you should do something like this. You'd expect a friend to pay you back, but again, like I said earlier, sometimes your friends will like steal from you and such, and yeah. You're charging me interest? Of course. It won't be nearly as much as a bank would charge interest, Takumi, so you should actually count yourself quite lucky. I'm going to guess 17.5%. And we won't get to find out. I think a bank or something would charge you like at least like 30, right? I don't know, I've never had a loan or anything. My credit score is still 999 out of 999 because I've always been a person to never spend money I haven't got. I'm always quite scared about getting into debt and such, so what was I looking for again? Yeah, interest rate on bank loan. Just give me an answer, please. Oh, 6.1%. That's a lot of money depending on how much you take out. If you're taking out 10 grand, that's 600 odd quid. So that's it. Yeah, 600 odd quid, which is a lot of money. So 17.5% was actually quite ridiculous. 17.5% on a loan of £500 isn't too bad though, is it? It's like just under 100 quid. It's not the worst thing ever. Yeah, look at this, 13.5%. This is just what they're showing off the surface as well. You know these slimy bastards are going to show the best possible on the surface and hide the actual kind of what you'd be paying. It's a cold world. Itchy nose, I brought you lunch. Let's eat in the student council room. Why not? You're vice pres. Sorry guys, I do just want to make sure I'm recording in the right fashion. Cool. She didn't. Sorry, I did just skip a bit there, didn't I? That's scary. Your ex-girlfriend just glared at me. Don't worry about her. She took the money and ran. She didn't care how empty I felt. Girls are so selfish. I didn't want to deal with girls if I didn't have to. But I can never control my manly urges. Hey, what if someone's coming in? What if someone comes in? I'll get impeached. And don't get on top of me. Wanna stop? No. She's a good girl. But as a headband. She's smart and she's horny. Oh. She's hot. What do I do? As long as I get off, I'm happy. See, I don't really think this much when I'm like in a similar situation. What happens, happens. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really say I have too much going through my head, which makes sense. This is the student council president, vice president. There was no time to deal with the emptiness inside. I'm applying to the same high school as you. Beep, beep, beep. What's that look for? Nothing. You can go to school there, but don't talk to me much. My girlfriend will get jealous. Ah, it's Naoki. I'll make him sell tickets. Takumi? What am I to you? It's a good fucking question. Because it is complicated, isn't it? It's hard to. I feel like when people ask stuff like this, you like when the person asking the question, you really want an answer, but as the person getting asked, it usually is super hard to define. And people put labels on stuff from the outside. It's easy to do. But like, what would you describe this as? Takumi said earlier, it's like brother, sister, older brother, younger sister, and it is like that, but it also is like childhood sweethearts. Is yeah, there's a lot to it. It's like this. If I was her, I'd feel a bit insulted that he was just like going on about this, his girlfriend and so on, and like not even like talking over anything. But then from his point of view, it's like why do you need to? Because Reira's not in that romantic space. So yeah, it's complex. Who are you? Since when did she start talking like a grown-up? She always seemed so innocent until lately. I'm Layla Serizawa. Hello. How many years has it been since then? And she'll only get even more lovely. Just as I thought, she's grown quite beautiful. Very interesting this, because I'm just now thinking about the relation from Reira to Shin now as well, and actually looking at it. Again, we don't know so much about Shin's backstory and such, but he also immigrated from somewhere to Japan. He's also younger than her, so I feel like maybe she relates to him quite a bit, and that's also why they've got had such a good kind of connection. Fine. What the hell? I really don't understand, girls. But she said fine, so I guess it's alright. Idiot. You'll come to know that that means that the complete opposite. That's the thing with girls. A lot of the time you just gotta go. If they say something like this, you just have to assume the opposite. That's just how it is. It's about time she graduated from her older brother complex. What am I to you? Spring came. Rayra started at my school, and the sweet vice pres graduated. Bye bye. See you around. What the? Was she just playing with me? How harsh. Now I'm just a juvenile delinquent. That probably feels a bit good. Takumi getting played by a girl. But soon I was surrounded by hot, easy freshmen. I brought you lunch. Man gets lots of free lunch. And the girl, oh, she's still creeping about, is she? I also had a girlfriend at another school that I saw sometimes. And after we started playing shows, fangirls swarmed us. So I had no problems getting girls. There are too many. Too much. And I'm busy. Bear some for the rest of your fucking school colleagues, Takumi, man. Because I know it's very much not the case for a lot of people. Let's go to an amusement park. Time to ditch this one. I'm sick of her. What time are you free? At 7. Me too. And you want to have dinner together? Sure. Before I knew it, Rayra was looking at Baldy with googly eyes. What's so great about that lone shark thug? He's doing it with the fangirls too. Don't be fooled. I wanted to shout it all out, but I didn't. Okay, so that's just a figment of his imagination there. And again, who is he to say that? Who are you to say that, Takumi? Don't get involved. I just wanted to get out of there. I didn't need that flaunt face. My frustration got more intense. So yeah, this is about the time where we've seen quite a bit of these guys in this situation before, haven't we? Quite a comprehensive special, really, isn't it, so far? The fact that we've almost seen like his full life. I love stuff like that though, like Rakugo. I love that show. Rayra smooched Baldy? My youth is over. It's so sad. Hey Ren, can I stay over for a while? I got nowhere to go. It's alright, sweetie. Wow, that's a huge tree. It's too early. It's alright. You sad, Takumi? Oh, and here's the fan club president. Weekly employment. No, I'm fine. Poor guy. What about you? Whatever Yasu loves, I love too. That's the secret of love. She's smoking a crayon? Oh, sorry guys. Sometimes this hat hurts my ears. Shion's so cool. I don't get it. This is why groupies. Maybe I sort of get it. Fangirls have it pretty hard too. Alright, I have to go. I have to study. You can stay. Mum's coming home from work late tonight. I think she's on a date. But I've got boundaries. Can I smoke? We're going out with each other. You don't have to hold back anything. You're so moral, and you call yourself a punk. He's got the punk head. The rest of Yasu, yeah, questionable. But I really want to respect you, seriously. Turn over a new leaf. You don't have to do that. I'm in high school. I'm into sex too. Disrespect me. I know, but I don't want to just chirp inside a birdcage anymore. I want to shatter Takumi's illusions now. Don't talk about him anymore. Yeah, that's a big turn off. Big red flag if that ever happens, girl, and with me, honestly. Big red flag. I was at the peak of my youth then, and I was annoyed a lot without knowing why. But now I understand what was going on. What am I to you? She was my sacred angel that I could never violate. Reira was my sanctuary. That, like, how are you meant to like understand that unless you really put a lot of thought into it? It's not just something you can answer right then and there, is it? It's lovely though. That is lovely. But again, from her point of view, that would be like kind of like, don't treat me like that. Like, don't treat me like an angel. Don't treat me like some kind of special treatment. Just treat me as another human being who you interact with, other than some like deity. And hence she, hence this, of course. I needed something solid like that in this dirty, disappointing world. It's almost like his religion, isn't it? His religion is Reira. Strange as that does sound, I think that's quite accurate. Trap nest. Trust. How many years has it been since then? When your dreams come true, everything turns into simple reality and loses its glamour. Yeah. I mean, I obviously have no experience in this, but I imagine when you do make it, when you do like have enough money for retirement, done everything you wanted to do in life, where do you go from there? Where do you go? I've mentioned this before about like rich kids, people that are born into like millionaire families. Like, what kind of aspirations do you have as someone that has the capacity to do everything like right then and there? Like, you don't have to improve yourself, you don't have to make money, you don't have to go through all these huge hurdles to get what you want to do. You can just do it. Like, what kind of fulfillment do you gain from that? I've always thought that was quite interesting. So in a similar sense, I guess. Almost even more disappointing because he couldn't really like help his sister out. She decided not to accept his help, so it's like he wasn't even able to kind of make that dream come true. It's ironic considering that our job is to present a dream to the public. There's a lot of irony. I've said that word a lot in these chapters. And you guys know I say I'm a very ironic guy myself. Very hypocritical in a lot of things I say and do. But right now, someone is being saved somewhere by listening to Reira's voice in our songs. So don't ever stop singing. So isn't it? He's like pushing that sanctuary out there to the world, which is ultimately a really awesome thing. Fulfilling her dream, but as he says here, actually helping. I think that would be a really fulfilling thing as like a music artist, wouldn't it? Just to actually hear like the stories. I think you hear this quite a lot in like emo music and such, of the stories of people's lives being like saved and such from just like listening to the song someone made and displaying their life through that song. I think that's a very powerful thing, isn't it? And one of the best things about the music industry, there's so much awfulness that goes on in like music and acting industries and so on, but I think it is kind of worth it for that. Well, this was fantastic, wasn't it? I think we are at the end now. This was fantastic. I like this a lot. Takumi backstory. Maybe I might not hate him so much. I mean, I think once you understand how someone is and why, a lot of things really do get explained by seeing this backstory. I think once you can understand people like this, even though you didn't like them, you have a respect for them, don't you? And again, you still might not like them, but I can respect who he is, how he came to be this way, and so on. That's the thing people maybe don't understand in life. The racists and people like that is, as much as you don't understand it and don't get it, doesn't mean you have to oppose it. It doesn't mean you have to be on the other side of it. It just means you can look, yeah, you just accept that you are not that and accept it, move on. I don't know. By my side, if possible. Oh, that's lovely. I love how this is like framed as well. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll just read this quickly just to see if there's anything new here. Hello, they found something wrong with me during the thorough... Oh yeah, she had... They did so? Okay. So there was unfortunately something wrong with the author. They found something wrong with me during the thorough physical checkup I mentioned in volume 17. I went to the hospital, I gave up smoking for a while, and in the end I had an operation. I'm finally getting better. I apologise for making people worry. During my hospital stay after my surgery, the beautiful nurse inserted a painkiller suppository as if it was nothing and told me, "I'm a big fan." I was really embarrassed. Thanks for taking care of me. Thank you. That's awesome. To have an operation? What was wrong with her? Something big, obviously. She's definitely playing this down. People do tend to do that. Probably, again, imagine quite a lot of Japanese people tend to do that. A lot of English people tend to as well. I saw something hilarious the other day about people saying like people have like massive problems like and such. They just say, "Oh yeah, I'm just a little jiffy," and like we put it in such a small way. I think Japan's quite similar. Like make the massive problems seem so small, and I'm very much someone that does do that as well. I know it's a thing of like you don't want to burden someone else with your problems, isn't it? Yeah, again, the fact that she had an operation, she's definitely playing this down a little bit. Like bloody hell. I said this before. If I still worked in an office, I don't think there's any way I would not be smoking. I'd have to smoke just to deal with like the stress and stuff. So I think being a manga author, I think that's also like very similar, maybe even more so in that line of you need something for the stress of this job. Well, that is, it's up to you. So yeah, obviously you see a lot about coke and like the Wolf of Wall Street movie, of course, shoot quite a bit, but like people that work in that like line of things, cocaine is good for you if you know what I'm saying. It's obviously not, but it's good for that kind of lifestyle. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Again, fantastic chapter there, wasn't it? I was expecting it to be amazing and it didn't let me down whatsoever. A few bits I didn't want to see here, but again, kind of necessary in a sense, I guess. But yeah, it wouldn't be too bad if they were just implied. That's just a personal preference. There's plenty of people that love that kind of stuff out there. So as much as I don't agree with it, each to their own, I guess. Yeah, fantastic stuff here. Really, especially enjoyed this ending, and again, actually looking at giving a thought of like what the relationship is and so on. I thought it was really cool. I was expecting to see more, like similar to other, but like Naoki and Yasu's that we've had before, and seeing quite a lot of the other cast. But I'm actually really glad it was very much mainly focused on Reiwa and Takumi. I thought that was a really good thing because again, I can appreciate Takumi as a great character, but I hate the guy. So I actually thought this was again really good for understanding him as a person. But yeah, again, do let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll see you guys next week with the next volume. So yeah, see you there. Have a good rest of your day.